Hello students, good morning everyone. So we are studying our 11th lesson, that is the reflection of light. And in previous video we have studied how to find out the focal length of a concave mirror by using that simple experiment. Okay. Also we have studied or we have drawn the two ray diagrams. In the first diagram, if we place the object between center of curvature and the focus, then where we get its image, what will be the nature of the image, what is the size of the image, that we have studied in that first diagram. And in the second diagram, if we place the object within the focus, then where we get its image, what will be the nature and the size of the image. All these concepts that we have learned in previous lecture. Okay. And now in today's video, we have to study how the different images are formed by this concave mirror. Okay. Images formed by concave mirror. If we change the position of the object, then where will be the position of the image, what will be the nature of the image, and what will be the size of the image. All these concepts that we have to study in this today's lecture. But before that, I am going to tell you one simple trick. Okay, there are some simple tricks by using which you can easily remember this chart. Actually, there is no need to learn all this chart. Okay, that chart is given on page number 122 in your textbook. Okay, but there is no need to learn all that chart. By using simple tricks, we can easily remember all this total chart. Okay, so we have to study all these simple tricks in this today's lecture. Okay, so we have to study the image formation by this concave mirror, and for that we have to draw a simple concave mirror here. Suppose this is a simple concave mirror. After that, we have to draw a principal axis of this concave mirror. Suppose this is the principal axis. Then this is the pole of the mirror. We know that this is the center of the mirror surface, that is called as the pole of the mirror. Okay. After that, we have to consider some positions. Means, suppose here is the focus of that concave mirror. Okay. Focus of the concave mirror, capital F. Then double the distance of the focus, that is the center of curvature. So this is the center of curvature of this concave mirror. And then we have to consider one more position, that is at infinite distance. Okay, infinity means at infinite distance. Actually, if the object is at infinite distance, then that distance should be at a very large distance from the mirror. Okay, but for our simplicity, we consider that infinite distance on the board. Okay, just for our simplicity. So consider this is the distance which is at infinity. This is the position at infinite. Okay. So we consider all these three positions here, and after that we have to give the numbers to all these different positions of the object. First, we must know that if we place the object in front of a concave mirror, then the incident ray which are coming from the object should be coming in this direction, isn't it? The incident rays are coming in this direction. So we have to give the numbers from this position. We have to start to give the numbers from this position. So first position that we have to study, if we place the object at infinity, it means at a very large distance. You can take an example of a sun, because sun is at a very large distance, isn't it? And that position is considered as position number 1. Okay, we are going to start the numbering. So we have to give this number, that is the position number 1. If we place the object between infinity and center of curvature, it means in between these two. Suppose here, then that is considered to be position number 2. Okay. You can also say beyond the center of curvature. This position is also called as beyond the center of curvature. If we place the object at center of curvature, then that is considered position number 3. Okay. So this is the position number 3. After that, if we place the object between center of curvature and the focus, it means in between these 2 points, anywhere in between these 2 points. Suppose here, so this is called position number 4. Okay, this is position number 4. Then, if you place the object at the focus, then that position is number 5. Okay, position number 5. And the last position of the object, if you place the object within the focus, okay, if you place this object within the focus, suppose here, then that is called position number 6. So in this way we give the numbers to the different positions of the object. Okay, here from 1 to 6 these are the different positions of the object, and after that we have to give the numbers for the positions of the images. But for that we know that the images are formed by the reflected rays when they meet to each other. At that position we get the image, no? Therefore we know that reflected rays are starting from the mirror surface. Okay, so the reflected rays are moving like this, either in this direction, but moving away from the mirror. Therefore we have to give the numbers from this position. Okay, so we have to start to give the number from this position. So this is position number 6. Then after that, if we get the image within the focus, then that is position number 7. Okay, corresponding to position number 6, this is position number 7 of the image. Remember. Okay, suppose if we get the image at the focus, then that is position number 8. Suppose if we get the image between the focus and center of curvature, means here, if we get the image here, then that is position number 9. The next position of the image, if we get the image at center of curvature, then that is position number 10. Okay, 7, 8, 9, 10. After that, if we get the image beyond the center of curvature, okay, then that is called position number 11. And if we get the image at infinity, then that is position number 12. So in this way we give the numbers to all these positions of the object, and these are the positions of the images. Okay, very simple trick that you have to remember, and by using that simple trick you can easily remember this chart. There is no need to learn all this chart. Okay, so we have given these numbers. After that, now we have to start from the bottom of the chart. Actually that is given in your textbook. We have to start from the bottom. So consider, if we place the object at infinity, means at a very large distance, at infinite distance, then we know that the rays coming from the object which is at infinity, for example sun, these rays are coming parallel to each other and also parallel to the principal axis, and we know that concept of a focus. If the rays are parallel to principal axis, they all converge at a focus, means they form the image at the focus. It means if we place the object at position number 1, if we place the object here, then we get its image at focus. It means here we get its image at position number 8. So if the object is at position number 1, then its image is at position number 8. So now let us write here what is the position of image. Position of image, that is 8. And what is the position of the object? Position of the object, that is 1. And now take the subtraction of these two values. 8 minus 1, that is 7. And remember, in all the cases, means in all these positions, this difference remains the same, that is 7. Okay, so the position of the image is 8. If we place the object at infinity, then we get its image at the focus. Now let us write this first case. If we place the object at infinity, then we get its image at focus. Okay, we get this image at focus. And one more thing that you have to remember, if we get the image on the same side of the mirror, okay, in front of the mirror, then all these images are inverted and real, that we have studied in the first ray diagram in last video. Okay, so all these images are inverted and real. Here also we get the image in front of the mirror, no, at infinity, at focus. Therefore that image should be inverted and real. Inverted and real image. And what is now the size of the image? We know all the rays are converged at a single point, therefore we get a point image. Okay, what is the size of the image? That is the point image. So this is the first line. Okay, first column. Now consider second position. What is the position of the object? Now we change the position of the object. If we place the object at position number 2, if we place the object at position number 2, then here we get its image. Remember, this difference should remain same. That difference should remain constant. So if we place the object at position number 2, then we get its image at position number 9, because 9 minus 2, that is 7. Okay, 9 minus 2, that is 7. Therefore, we get its image here between C and F, within the focus and the center of curvature. So, what is the next? If we place the object beyond the center of curvature, what can we write here? Beyond center of curvature. Then here we get its image within the center of curvature and focus within C and F. Okay, very simple. And then what will be the nature of the image? Again, that image is on the same side of the mirror, so that should be inverted and real. Okay, inverted and real. But now slowly the size of the image goes on increasing. Therefore, here we get diminished image. Okay, it means the size of the image is smaller than that of the object. Okay, therefore we call it as a diminished image. Okay, so this is the second column. Now consider the third position. If we place the object at position number 3, it means here. If we place the object at position number 3, it means at the center of curvature, isn't it? At center of curvature. Then here we get its image. So this is position number 3. Then in order to remain this difference 7, the position of the image should be 10. Okay, so 10 minus 3, that is 7. It means we should get its image at the center of curvature. Here we get its image at position number 10. It means you can see, if we place the object at center of curvature, then we get its image at the same position. Okay, only that image is inverted and real. Only this is the difference. So if we place the object at center of curvature, we get its image at the center of curvature. So again we get at the center of curvature. Same. And also that image is inverted and real, because the image is again obtained on the same side of the mirror. It means in front of the mirror. So that image again inverted and real. And one more thing, if we place the object at C and we get its image at the same position, then the size of the image and objects are same. Okay, so the same size. Okay, so the size of the image and objects are same in this third case. So this is the third case. Now let us consider the next. Suppose if we place the object at position number 4. So here we write 4. Then here we get its image at position number 11, because 11 minus 4, that is 7. So we get its image at position number 11. Here we get its image at position 11. It means beyond the center of curvature. Okay. So if we place the object between C and F, position number 4, where is it? Between C and F. So let us write here between C and F. And here we get its image beyond the center of curvature. 11. 11 means beyond the center of curvature. Beyond center of curvature. Again the image is on the front of the mirror, in front of the mirror, or on the same side. So we get its inverted and real image. Okay, same, inverted and real image. But now you can see here the size of the image goes on increasing. Here we get point image, then diminish, same size. Also now after that we get here the magnified image. Okay, large size than that of the object. So we can say here the magnified image. Okay, here we get magnified image. After that, let us consider the next position. If we place the object on position number 5, it means if we place the object at the focus, then here we get its image. So this is position number 5 of the object. Then 12 minus 5, that is 7. No, it means we get its image at position number 12. So here we get its image at position number 12. It means we get its image at infinity. Okay, exactly opposite condition to that of the first. If we place the object at focus, we get its image at infinity. So if we place the object at focus, then we get its image at infinity, at infinite distance. Okay, but the image is on the same side of the mirror. It means in front of the mirror. No, therefore that image is again inverted and real. but the size of the image is very large. Okay, very large size, very large, because slowly the size of the images goes on increasing. You can see the chart, the size of the images goes on increasing. Okay, so these are the 5 positions of the object and the corresponding positions of the images, nature and the size of the images. Okay, and now the last position, if you place the object at position number 6, suppose if you place the object at position number 6, now here the images position, means the position of the images all has covered. Okay, so we have to consider one more position which is behind the mirror, and that is considered, that is position number 13, behind the mirror. Okay, so if we place the object at position number 6, then we get its image at position number 13. It means behind the mirror. Here we get its image. Okay, so if we place the object within the focus, then we get its erect, virtual and magnified image behind the mirror. And you can see this diagram in last lecture, last video that I have posted. Okay, this is the second diagram that we have studied in the last lecture. So if we place the object within the focus, then we get its erect, virtual and magnified image behind the mirror. Okay, so this is we consider position number 13, and you can see 13 minus 6, that is again 7. It means this difference should remain constant in all these positions. Okay, so let us write this 6 number. If we place the object within focus, then we get its image behind the mirror. Okay, and now what is the nature of the image? You can see in that second diagram that image is, what is that? Erect and virtual. Erect and virtual. And what is the size of the image? That is magnified. It means larger than that of the object. So you can see here magnified. You can write magnified image. So in this way, in this lecture we have studied, if we change the position of the objects, then here we get its image. What will be the positions of the image? What will be the nature of the image, and what is the size of the image? One more thing you have to remember, all the images that is formed behind the mirror, okay, all these images should be erect and virtual. They are not real images. Okay, they are erect and virtual images, and also that is magnified image in this concave mirror. Okay, so all these conditions are applied only for a concave mirror, remember, not for convex mirror. Okay, so now I hope you understood all this, how to remember this chart. There is no need to learn all this chart. Okay, so now let us stop here. Thank you and have a nice day.